Beautiful morning greetings to you. Thanks for joining us on the AM News on Independent Television, Abuja. My name is Lukman Adelakin. The news. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has expressed sadness over the death of more than 28 persons in an air accident in Washington, D.C., United States. Newsmen report that a passenger jet carrying 64 people crashed into Washington's Potomac River on Wednesday after colliding mid-air with a military helicopter near Ronald Reagan National Airport. U.S. officials say no one is believed to have survived, with the bodies of 28 people recovered so far. In a post via his verified X handle on Thursday, Tinubu commiserated with the families of the victims, the people of the United States, and all affected by the sad incident. The Edo State Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja Thursday admitted in evidence 148 BVAS machines used in some of the polling units. Justice Wilfred Ochi, who admitted the machines bought by the INEC officials, adjourned the matter to Friday 31st January 2025 to enable counsel to the PDP to mark the machines and for continuation of hearing. Judicial correspondent Joseph Kadri brings details.
The resumption of the hearing on the election petition filed by the PDP and its candidate Aswe Ighodalo had two witnesses presented. Esegbe Victor, who was the Ward Coalition agent for Ward 9 in Akoko Edo local government, and Uyigwe Imaswen, who worked as the coalition agent for Oredo Ward 1. They pointed out that the results at the ward level, which is in the form EC8B, is incorrect with those contained in the form EC8A captured at the polling units. During cross-examination, they were asked if they signed the result at the polling unit, and they answered in the negative. After their testimonies and cross-examination, the PDP presented their evidence in chief, which is the subpoenaed BVAS machine for 133 polling units. After the chairman of the tribunal, Justice Wilfred Ochi, admitted the document in evidence, the proceedings witnessed a mild setback due to unidentification of the 148 BVAS presented because they were not marked. Based on this, counsel to the PDP, Ken Muzia SAN, applied for an adjournment which was not objected. The adjournment was made to enable them mark the BVAS for ease of identification for their witnesses. After the proceeding, parties in the matter briefed press.
So what has happened now, they wanted to also feed the witnesses to take out those BVAS. And they said these BVAS are not marked. It ought to be marked before you can tender them.
Today we made significant progress.
At the end of the day, the chairman of the panel, Justice Wilfred Ochi, appealed to litigants to pace up with their presentation. In his words, the court is moving very slow. Joseph Kadri, ITV News.
We'll bring you further developments on that as the hearing continues today. Well, in a move to advance gender equality and women's economic empowerment, Vice President Kashim Shettima has declared that women will be at the forefront of Africa's projected $29 trillion economic transformation. As Status correspondent Ikaro Atta reports, Senator Shettima stated this Thursday in Abuja when he declared open the 2025 Gender Inclusion Conference and launched Project She is Included to bring gender gaps in finance and the broader economy.
The conference, with the theme Breaking Barriers, Building Resilience for Sustainable Women's Economic and Financial Inclusion, builds on the 2024 ASO Accord for Economic and Financial Inclusion. It underscores Nigeria's commitment to achieving Sustainable Development Goal 5, which centers on gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls. Speaking, Vice President Kashim Shettima expressed strong conviction that gender inclusion is not merely a rhetorical commitment, but a cornerstone of Nigeria's national development agenda. According to the Vice President, Project Earth Shall Included is built on the 4 key pillars of education and financial literacy, maternal health care, gender-sensitive policies and programs, and expanded economic opportunities for women.
Our commitment to gender inclusion is not a cosmetic performance to placate the sensibilities of progressives. It is a fundamental pillar of our national development agenda.
From the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, I'm Ikaro Atta, ITV News.
Well, the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Salako, Thursday says the ministry is now more ready to fight quackery in the medical laboratory profession. He made this known during the presentation of certificates of accreditation of NECAL to 9 medical laboratory facilities. Joseph Kadri has details.
This hall packed full with officials of the 9 health facilities, both public and private, accredited by the MLSCN on NECAL qualification, witnessed the presence of the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isaac Salako. In his remarks, the Registrar and CEO of MLSCN, Professor Tosan Erabo, explains that the certification of ISO 150-189 is a milestone to repositioning the nation's healthcare, as results that will be produced from the facilities can be relied upon, and it will enhance effective management of health cases. The minister, in company of the registrar, presented certificates to deserving facilities. Dr. Salako, in his remarks, laments the activities of quacks in the medical lab profession as he vows to fight them with existing laws. Joseph Kadri, ITV News.
The Nigerian police force said anti-vehicle theft operations have led to the recovery of 1,519 stolen vehicles in the last 13 months since the reactivation of the Central Motor Registry Portal. John Tenner reports the Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, as stating this during a press briefing at the Force headquarters in Abuja.
Theft, especially at gunpoint, has been on the increase recently with a high number of reported cases. The Nigerian Police Force, in a bid to tackle the rising trend, reactivated the Central Motor Registry Portal, ECMR, last year. So far, the police say the ECMR has over 400,000 vehicles registered by members of the public, urging genuine vehicle owners to provide their vehicle information into the database. John Tina, ITV News.
The Joint Security Operatives in Anambra State have launched a major raid on a suspected hideout of gunmen and kidnappers at Enugu Agidi in Injikoka local government area of Anambra State. The operation, led by Governor Chukwuma Soludo's security outfit, Operation Udogachi, took place around 1 a.m., with many of the hoodlums reportedly fleeing with injuries as the security forces overran their base. The strike force recovered a cache of weapons and other items. Among the seized weapons were 2 AK-47 rifles, 8 pump-action guns, 4 locally made pistols, 3 packets of cartridges containing 101 rounds, 4 empty AK-47 magazines, 3 cutlasses, a Brafing radio, a motorcycle, and several charms. Since the launch of the Operation Udogachi strike force, 6 criminal camps have reportedly been dismantled across the state. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, has lauded the contribution of the Police Community Relations Committee to grassroots policing and intelligence gathering. The IGP gave the commendation at the end of the PCRC's 4-day first national executive training in Abuja. John Tenner reports.
Effective grassroots policing is key to achieving peace in any nation. The Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, has over the years played a vital role in assisting the Nigerian police force in policing the country through effective collaboration by gathering intelligence for the police. The PCRC, in a bid to improve policing strategies for the year 2025, organized this 4-day training for its national executive with critical stakeholders in attendance. The IGP Kayode Egbetokun, who was represented at the closing day of the training by the AIG Zone 7, assured the PCRC of continuous support for maximum performance.
The IG is a grassroots police officer, especially on intelligence gathering and actions. So he loved the PCRC, he loved Nigerians, he loved the communities.
John Taylor, ITV News.
5 farmers have been reportedly murdered by armed men suspected to be herdsmen in the Ajegunle power line community in the Akure North local government area of Ondo State. The victims were said to be laborers from Plateau and Kaduna State working on the farmlands. According to the source, who is also a farmer, the attacks have become a daily occurrence and many farmers have fled their farms for fear of being killed. He lamented that the lives of farmers are being endangered. Many have been killed, with their women raped occasionally. The Public Relations Officer of Ondo State Police Command, CSP Fumilayo Odunlami, confirmed the incident. Meanwhile, the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has commended the efforts of midwives and healthcare professionals towards ensuring the reduction of maternal and child mortality rates in Nigeria.